Welcome to the range. Here with your host Brandon Brown, and here with your sports panel, Wes. Don't call him Zesty. Henderson.
You should know what a shirt.
The Honorable Chris Gallen. Coach Cleveland Spears.
What's up?
And Heckler J.B. Brown. Starting off with the MLB. Cleveland.
We haven't talked about baseball here in a while, and I'm not going to get down to how the season's going because we all know the Astros are starting to stink it up. When I say start, I mean that's how they started, and that's what they're doing now. But we're going to go mainly into best divisions in baseball. I'm going to start off. First off, the AL East is the best division in baseball. It contains the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Rays, the Blue Jays, who kind of do something, and then the Orioles. I mean, those top three teams, Yankees, Red Sox, Rays, they all are great.
I definitely agree with that. I think the AL East is definitely from top to bottom the best division in baseball. Because not only because of the Yankees, the Rays, and the Red Sox, but also when the Orioles and the Blue Jays play the Yankees, the Red Sox, or the Rays, those games are always interesting because it's a division rival, and they love to mess up their playoff chances of what they have, whoever it is that would play. I definitely agree with that, but I think that like the second or the third best division in baseball is the American League West, in my opinion. I just look at the standings right now, and there always seems to be a game behind. There's always a game, a span of margin between the four teams is a game. And, you have to mention you have the Angels in there, definitely, after what they've been doing. You also have the Mariners, and then, of course, the Texas Rangers, of course. So, I mean, they're definitely up there. And, looking at the Texas Rangers, though, the past weekend, they've won from last to first in the span of 4 games in that division. Just winning any kind of series, it gets you up in the spots.
To me, the best conference or division would also have to be the American League East. For year in and year out, they usually always have the division winner, and they always win the wild card spot to go to the playoffs. So to me, they're probably the best division as of right now and over the past few years. But I like the National League East because as of now, they're the most competitive because between the top and the bottom teams, there's the smallest margin of win-losses. So to me, they're the most competitive division currently.
I'm going to go a little different. I'll go ahead and say the AL Central, mainly with the Twins, Tigers, and the White Sox over the last few years. They've all three of those teams have had a chance to win the division or have won the division. And other than the Cleveland Indians, I mean, the Cleveland Indians, they had their shine pretty much in the late 90s, pretty much before that when they made Major League. Love that movie. But usually it seems to be those three teams to be pushed. They could push the Yankees, Red Sox, and the Rays. Mainly, like last few years, it's been between the Twins and the Tigers. Right now, the Twins, everyone's expecting the Twins to just blow that division wide open, mainly with a new ballpark and with perhaps one of the best catchers, if not the best catcher in the league right now. So I'm going to go with AL Central.
Well, Joe Mauer is the best catcher in baseball right now. As for JB's comment, the Cleveland Browns were just good in 2007. They won that division.
That's Indians.
Indians.
Browns.
I'm retarded. I'm thinking football already.
And you have to remember their upset of the New York Yankees.
Yeah, they did beat the Yankees in 4 games.
In the face.
And they also gave the Red Sox a run for their money before the Red Sox eventually ended up winning the World Series that year. So JB, sports almanac, man, you gotta get that together. That was just pretty recent, pretty good, pretty recently. They were good pretty recently. As far as Wes's pick, the AL West. I'm sorry, but when was the last time the AL West was a World Series winner?
A couple of years ago.
2002. That's right. When the Angels won it.
A lot more recent than the AL Central.
Hey,
Contrary.
White Sox, boy.
AL Central won in the White Sox in 2005 over the Astros. The National League Central won it in 2006. Cardinals.
Yes.
So go ahead and mention something else.
I'm good.
That division is not good. That is the worst division. One of the worst. Them and the National League West are the worst divisions in baseball. Yeah, they're always so close because every team is sorry. As far as the AL Central, I can't give any credit to teams that blow 12 game leads with 15 games to play, as the Tigers did last year. Sorry, no lead is safe in that division, so you can't be all that good if the team just keeps dropping games. The AL East has to be the best. The worst, I'm gonna go ahead and say it now, is the National League West. That has the Giants, the Rockies, the Diamondbacks, and the Padres. Oh God, that's so terrible. The Dodgers are starting to be terrible because even Manny Ramirez is now faking injury so he doesn't have to play. Did the same thing he did with Boston.
Yeah. Well, you got ties with Boston.
Yeah, well, he's doing the same thing.
He had a lot of help with that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to the NL Central. To me, they're the sorriest division. That division only has one team above 500.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they have two teams at 500, but everybody else is below 500.
You're right. The St. Louis Cardinals 18-8. The Chicago Cubs at 13-13. The Cincinnati Reds at 13-13.
Yeah.
Milwaukee and Pittsburgh both at 10-15, and
Astros bringing up the rear.
Yeah, the Astros at 8-17.
Hey, we started off 0-9.
Only two
So
teams
I'm happy
with
about
single-digit wins.
But I got to go ahead and tell you what, though. I mean, with that being said, the Cardinals every year take off.
Yeah.
They always start off great, they end great. So that's not a competitive division. But by the All-Star break, they already have it wrapped up in just a matter of clinching the division.
And until they choke the playoffs.
Until they choke the playoffs. We're talking about regular season now. That just happens. They always end up doing that. The Cubs suck. They have the easiest schedule for the first 36 games, and they can't even be above 500. So I've never said that the NL Central is the worst, but they're also not even the best. I think later on in the year when, the Cubs have to face, some of these tougher teams, the Astros face a lot of tougher teams, even the Pirates, who have had 17 straight losing seasons, have to finally do something. They're not going to have a winning record because they're the Pittsburgh Pirates. They always trade away their best player come trade deadline time. Nate McCloud, who now playing for the Braves. The NL East, also terrible because the Mets the past couple of years have given up, great margins of a lead in the division. They had like a 7-game lead going into the last 9 games to play, and they still lost the division by 2 games. What does that tell you? They lost their last 9 games. The Phillies, who've recently in the past 2 years have been making move after move to become that elite team. Won the World Series in 2008, came just short in 2009. But as far as that, I'll give them the third best division. I gotta rank them in order. I gotta go AL East. It's a race for the second. I have to give it to the NL East. So the 2 Central divisions. Yeah, I'll go Central, American League Central, National League Central, American League West, National League West.
Quick question. Better player. Pujols, Ron Howard.
Pujols, definitely. God, he's a beast. When a guy comes in averaging 40 home runs a season, and he's only been in the league 10 years, golly, nobody can change a game like Albert Pujols.
I'd have to say Ron Howard. Going at it from if I was a pitcher and I would have to face Ron Howard in the 9th inning in a clutch situation, it would get me out of my zone, most definitely, because Ron can turn almost any pitch into a hit. It's no matter how he does it. And that's not giving credit to.
But Ron Howard hasn't put the fear in other people's eyes like Albert Pujols had.
Okay.
Albert Pujols had broken the best closer in baseball before. Brad Lidge in 2005 was arguably the best closer in the game. Had no blown saves throughout the regular season. What happened? One swing in the playoffs.
And Boston.
Brad Lidge has not been the same since.
I'm gonna give it to Ryan Howard. They compared their stats between each other, and Ryan Howard had better stats, so I'll give it to him.
Well, he plays in a more competitive division, so his team around him is better. They have more people on base where Albert Pujols' team can't get anybody on base.
Ryan Howard probably has more RBIs, but I'm going with Pujols.
And we'll be back with more on the range. Stay tuned.